Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I know I said I wasn't going to put out a plan with me, but I have got a part 2 of my setup for my A5 plans by Just Scribble for 2026. We went through and we did a flip through of this planner and tabbed it and spoke about what I could be using it for, but now I have finalized how I'm going to use it, which is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to showing you. So I'm gonna get my cousin. Now she's chonky, right? So I've got to do something underneath so I can lean on it, because there's too much of a step at the moment, if that makes sense. So starting with the beginning. You've seen this before. I've put the Coffee Monsters Co. seals in. I wrote my name, book 1, 2026. This, I've got ideas for this, but I'm not 100% sure on how. Let me just put a clip here. Just going to clip it to my cousin so it holds it down. I've got a real croaky voice today, and I don't know why. Excuse me. I don't know 100%, so we're not going to do that, but we're going to move straight into this perpetual calendar, and I'm going to take a leaf out of I can't remember what it was that I watched. I know a lot of people do it, and I'm going to use it for one line a day. So just one line for something that happened, a few words, so I can look back at this at the end of the book in the end of June and go, oh, this happened, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, whatever. So we're going to just pop a bit of deco in here, I think. I'm going to use one of my favourite Coffee Monsters Co. washies, and I can't remember what it's called, but for those of you who love the Coffee Monsters Co., you will know it's this one. Now, you may have previously seen I did have some washi tape down in here, and I was going to use this for putting my university work in, but things may change with university. My shoulder is still really, really bad, and my physiotherapist has decided that she can't do a lot with me now, so I've got to go to a pain management clinic. They said to me that it could get worse before it gets better, and therefore I may not be able to continue with my uni for a little while, which really, really pissed me off to the max, because I just want to get this freaking degree done. But if it means that my shoulder's going to be better, then look, that's fine. That's fine. Let's get that end down first. Right, so this will be one line a day. It's not gratitude, because I don't really care about that sort of stuff. Oh, just tore a bit of that page, never mind. Now, the lighting in here is pretty terrible. It is 8:30 in the evening. It's cloudy, so I haven't got a lot of external lighting going on, only my light bar above my monitor screen. I've changed the temperature of it so it's a little bit warmer, so that when you watch my videos, they're not as like stark, you know, on the paper. Anyway, so that's that part. I might do some stamping in here, actually. Let me just get out. I've got in one of my Coffee Monsters Co. pouches, that's where I keep all of my stamps for the Coffee Monsters Co. because I've got a lot of stamps. So we might just do a quick stamp where it says one line a day. I need my big block. Where is my big block? On the floor. Typical, right? So I'm just going to take that one off. Fell off my desk earlier. So then I can do more than one letter at a time. Do it on the bottom. I really like this stamp set, and I think what I might do is when Helen does the pre-orders for the stamps. I'm going to get a second one because sometimes it's nice to be able to actually get like a full sentence. Does that make any sense at all? See, I'll have to stop there because I don't have the N and I don't have the E. Actually, I might just take them off. So I started with a word. Now I'm going to use my, when I can find it, black Tombow marker N15 to do this instead of a hardcore ink stamp, my archival ink. Although it's very, very lovely to use, it just takes a little bit longer to dry. So one, oh, try not to knock everything off my desk. Then I want the L and the I, one line. So are you guys all set up for 2026? I'm super excited. So one, oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to just press underneath. The block is a bit big. Yay. It hit the side because it's so big. Right, put all of these back on. My nails are getting too long again. I'm going to get stuff all over me. I might use the little one for this. Shall I say one line per day or one line a day? One line a day will work for me. So if I'm going to put it there, it's going to be on that side. No, I'm going to do one line per day. I think because it takes up the space nicely, doesn't it? This needs to be over. These need a really, really good wash because I've been using them with like proper archival ink. They get super dirty. So I've got some stamp cleaning stuff coming. One line. Please work. Yep, good. One line per, oh. It takes time. Wait till you see what I've got to do next with the stamps. Oh, save me. Right. And then the next one will say day. So my husband's side of the family came today for, they always do Christmas before Christmas with us because my brother and sister-in-law go to my sister-in-law's parents and my mother-in-law join them. So that's really nice for them to include her. Let's just put that on there. Very good. One line per day. So they came round today and we did a bit of gift giving and ate some food and generally had a good time. The kids were a little bit over it. They were a little bit peopled out. Do you know what I mean? Which is totally, totally fine to be peopled out. Like we know, don't we? Let me just get out some more stamps because I want to fill in that space. I might use this one. This is one of my faves. Got so many stamps, honestly. I've got like book journal stamps. That's something else that I'm going to show you guys is my book journal. I have Coffee Monsters co-stamps. I have card stamps. I have deco stamps. I have so many stamps. It is ridiculous. This is a fresh stamp. Now, normally you would, you can, when you've got a brand new stamp, they usually have like an oily coating. But what I did with these when I got them, so they were ready to go straight away, was I used an eraser and just went over them lightly to take off like oily stuff, and then I wiped them with a eco-friendly baby wipe. I'll just pop that in. Very cute. So yeah, so I didn't have to like waste time and then wait for stamps to dry and all that sort of thing. And then once they're sort of on here and they're starting to get a bit grubby, I'll use my stamp cleaner that I've got. Right, let's put that back in. I don't want to get all the covers confused. Right, that's back. And I like to keep them like this because it stops them from drying out and it looks nice too. So that is the one line per day. That looks really cool, and I look forward to filling that in. The next one is slightly different. So I've got a book journal. I'm just trying to get this ink off my fingers so I don't get it all over. But I want to keep some records in my planner as well, just so that it's all in one place, because I read a lot, like a ridiculous amount. We're going to ignore this page for the minute because I'm going to use this as a deco page. This here is going to be my book challenge page. Now, 28 times 4 is 112, isn't it? I can't maths. I had like literally wrote it out on my little post-it note. So 28 times 4, so 8 and 8 is 16, and 16 and 16 is 32, and that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, so 112. That's my book challenge for the year. Is it too much? No, because last January I read like 20 something books. It was horrific. So I'm going to use another Coffee Monsters Coast stamp. So this is from the little book one, and I'm going to use this book with a tick. Now I've done this in my book journal as well, so I want to keep it consistent, and every time I read a book I'm going to color it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this, but I'm going to speed you up while I stamp this, because when I did it in my book journal, and I only did like 80 because that's all that fit on the page, it took me like 15 minutes. So bear with me, and we will be back in a second, sped up with some cute music, stamping 112 of this stamp. Okay, that took me 17 minutes to stamp that. 112 little stamps. I got ink all over my hands, so I stopped, I went and made a cup of tea, and I let this ink dry. So I'll go back through and use my eraser to get rid of the pencil lines soon. Oh, that's hot. So this is, where is my Tombow Fudenosuke in the hard tip? We're going to just let it in, and not fancy, because I don't do fancy writing because I'm hopeless at it. We're going to write in 100 book challenge. And then in brackets, it's actually 112. Dot, dot, dot. Just for the giggle factor. So that is that part, and I need to let that dry. Oh my lord. I did think about, for this side of the page, using it to write like what's it called, rating type thing, but to be honest with you, like, this is my reading journal here. This is a Planner Monkey Co. notebook. It's like an undated sort of a situation. I don't want to smudge that. I took out the monthly section of it, and I just put some stickers and stamps and crap in, and I used two different rating systems. I used the Peach rating system, which I discovered from Erin Smith on YouTube. She does a lot of beautiful bullet journals and her reading journals and stuff like that. This is 100% true. And then I did my star rating thing as well, because I do both, so I can score a book out of 5 and then come out with an actual score, which will be pretty cool. It'd be cool to compare that, because it'll give me the 5-star rating to this. So this was the Let's Read 100 books that I've got, but it was only 80 because I didn't do the measurements properly, and instead of doing 4 squares by 3, I did 4 by 4, and yeah, no. So yeah, I don't know that I want to put like everything in here. Yes, this is in here. This is a separate entity. You'll see this later on, like in videos in the future, next year. Next year, that sounds so dumb. Oh my gosh. But I want things in this journal. I want to be able to use these wonderful pages. I think are we dry? Yeah, we are. Good. It leaves like a glossy sheen. It's quite nice. So then we're going to move into quarter 1. Haven't got a use entirely for this one, but this quarter 1 goals is where I'm going to put my top 8 books for quarter 1, which is January, February, March. And to be honest, I will probably read, I don't know, 40 books, and then I have to pick 8, and then it'll have the title, I'll put an image, and then the ratings type situation. So this is just going to have a little post-it in it for now, because it will happen as I go. Now, the next section, the tracking section. So what I've done in here is I've just put a pencil line down the end where it ends. Does that make sense? I've got a lot of things that I track. They will all be the same each month, and I will write those in. They will be part of the plan with me for the first week in January, where I do the January tracker. So that is coming up for you. This is just a notes section. I do want to track my sleep, however, and I'm going to use this bottom. So in the bottom section, can I lift this up and show you? So you've got a whole bunch of lines. You can either have a double thickness line, or you can have a single, and I'll use a single. And then at the bottom you've got grids, and you've got 8, and I'm going to use those for days of the week and hours slept. So then I'm going to do like a sleep quality type situation here, and then there'll be like a guide. I haven't quite finalized that, but that's what I'm going to use that for. And I've done the same with March. I haven't put a pencil line in here. I'm not sure. This is probably going to be decoration, but I love it so much. Now this part I'm excited about. This is part of the reading log, but not reading log, but is a reading log. So this is going to be my time spent reading. So this, I'm going to write this in right now, and it's going to be, I need to take that off of there and move that across a bit, and we're going to write in time spent Time spent reading, and I've smudged it. Of course I've smudged it. It's the perils of being a lefty, right? So for each book that I read, there will be a colour code. Now, I can't fish them all out, but they are the Japanese, well, the new colours of the mild liners I'm going to use. And I will highlight how long it's taken me to read a book, do a thing, write the name of the book. Just so I've got a visual how long it's taking me to read books. Because what I'm doing is I am doing, in the beginning of the year, a huge reread. Now, the reason that I'm doing that is because of my ADHD. When I read a book, I eat that book. Like, it is ridiculous. When Onyx Storm came out, and she's a big book, I read that in 9 hours, and then I had to read it again, and then I had to listen to it so that I got everything in the book. I mean, it was a challenging book, don't get me wrong. So I want to take my time instead of going, I'm going to read an entire series in a week. That's great, but will I remember any of it? No. So I've got quite a few series that I want to do that with. I'm not doing it with the ACOTAR series. I have read and reread that for, like far too many times. Just going to have some tea. So I won't be doing that, but that's kind of exciting. But because reading is great, what I am going to do, how many days are in December this year? It's 31, isn't it? So we're going to write in here 31, 30, 29. Now, that's when my month is going to start, because that's when this journal starts. So we're just going to make sure. Why did I never do that when you think the ink is wet? What is wrong with me? But the only problem with this section, it's not designed for too much of a, making crap pretty, is there's not a lot of space for me to decorate. Now, I've got an awful lot of beautiful, like, reading washies and stuff. This one's from Once More with Love. I've got Coffee Monsters Co. They're huge. And that's just a little bit tight. Do you know what I mean? So that's a big washi. But then I've got, like, some Planner Monkey Co. That would fit if the washi went right to the top. I'm just giving it a wee measure. But I don't want to clog it up. And there's no way that I can tear that. Like, that's, But I don't have any narrow washies that are suitable. So I think I might use, so this is a Pride fundraiser that Helen did. And I'm going to use that one. I quite like this one. I don't use it as much as I should. I kind of bought it on a whim to help with the fundraiser, because I like to do that. I'll stick to the other page. But I like the colours. It's really pretty. And fundraising for Pride is a great idea as well. So let's just pop that in, because that will then cover where it says Q1, because the washi tape is black. You can see a little wee bit of it underneath, but who cares? Right, let's put that in. So that is a little bit of a decoration, because it's all very well and good just writing things in, and we want to like use some of our supplies. Then we have a blank page, and then this is my January goal. So I'm not a goals person. Like, I'm actually not a goals person, but I want to set myself 3 manageable goals, which I'm going to write in here, and then I'm going to write about them. And you'll get to see that. I'm going to take you on that journey with me. But, of course, it's not January. I don't have my goals. I do know what one of my goals is, but we're going to wait until I put this video out. The funny thing is I'm going to be away on holiday. I'm literally taking all my crap, and we're still going to be filming. Then we've done the January, which is really cool. Then we have blank pages, and I can't wait for Monday the 29th of December to start planning in this beautiful planner. It's just so nice. I can't wait. Goes to 2 a.m. and it's missing an hour. I just noticed that. Not that I'm usually asleep at that time of the day, but I can't wait for this. This is what's exciting for me. I might run it kind of like I've done in the back, which I'm going to show you in a minute, where it doesn't matter if I don't fill the whole page. Like, it used to give me blank page anxiety, but now it doesn't. But if I want to wipe these out or put something over it for every dated page, I can do that. And then I can just write as I need to, use my day stamps, and away we go. I haven't quite decided yet. We're going to see how we go. Obviously, I'm going to do getting ready for going away on holiday on New Year's Day. Then there'll be a lot of photos for 2 weeks. So that's kind of cool. But I digress. Like, I don't need to talk about that right now. But so here we go. 1 line per day. One thing that happened, very, very small, in the perpetual calendar. 100 book challenge. This we'll think about later. But it's actually 112. Each one I will colour in as I finish reading. Then we're going to skip that one. Then we're having the top 8 books for Q1, of which I will put a picture of the book, the details, and a little what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, etc. The tracking, we need to put some washi in here. I haven't decided what, and I will fill all these out with you on camera when we do the plan with me. I will do a month at a time. Very cool. This will be the time spent reading for the first quarter. That's right. Yeah. My gosh, I just totally confused myself. And then my goals for January. So does that mean at the end of March, let me just check very quickly. I'll go to April because that's slightly helpful. Ah, yes. Q2 has those. So that's really cool. So I'll get to set up that. But that is my part 2 of my setup, which is kind of cool. I do want to show you very quickly in the back, and then I'll probably do a short about it as well. So what I have been doing was the journal catch up, and you've seen some of this, so we'll do a quick flip through, using my stamps, writing, making myself accountable, using day stamps then after using the stickers, because I got these and they're really cool. Wrote, reviewed, wrote more, didn't write much, and you know, that's okay. And I've also lost 15 kilos. You can work that out in pounds, about 33 pounds. So this will be the last week that I write in here, and that's kind of cool. So when I finish writing in here, I'll just use this for notes. But this has got me back into journaling, got me used to writing again. Really, I'm loving it. It's very cool. But have a super happy holidays. My husband gave me crap about that. I recorded a video and never put it out. And I was like, Merry Christmas, everyone. He was like, but why aren't you saying happy holidays? Because not everybody celebrates Christmas. So happy holidays. Be happy, be safe, eat lots of yummy food. Regardless of whether you celebrate Christmas or not, go and buy yourself something beautiful and enjoy your family, enjoy your pets. If it's snowing, go and make me a snowman. I love the snow, and it's stupid hot over here and I hate it. And I will see you all in the new year while I'm on the road on a 9-hour drive to go and watch my husband play chess for 2 weeks. Wish me luck. See you later, everybody.